So what I'm saying is, so if you look at it from our point of view, if we had Diaspora unlock, what am I going to America for?
Thank you for checking out the Boys Quarter podcast, where we are in the compound, but we don't belong in the main house. We're available, so feel free to go and check us out on all the audio platforms. But since you are here, please do click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into this content.
Actually, that's America.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. There's Diaspora America. I mean. And plus the Diaspora numbers here I mean, we're hyper visible, but we're not huge in numbers.
You don't think the Diaspora numbers here are big?
No.
It's in Europe.
The black people in the UK are 2% of the population. Yeah. Population UK is like... Oh, in Europe?
Yeah, we're probably the biggest. Maybe France as well, because they got those francophones.
Yeah, but they got the francophone ones. They're going to be expecting that et du jamais.
No, really, you know the funny thing? When I went to perform in Germany, it's all Diaspora. But it wasn't Nigerians.
Yeah, but that makes sense, though. Germany makes sense.
Yes, but it wasn't...
But I'm saying the French ones, they have their own thing going. Like, they really have their own...
But they're still African, though, innit? Just put a guy with dreads and
that's you, bro.
blonde extensions and crazy pattern jeans and loafers, and they'll fall in love with the character. But my point is, if we had all of those on lock, if you're Beanie Man, remember Elephant Man wasn't allowed to perform in England, which was a sucker for him because that is fucking up the bag. Because everybody, this is where his audience. I mean, they'll be out in numbers.
Yeah,
we're gonna come to the show. But the fact that he's so big in Jamaica, he's just laughing.
Yeah.
He's laughing.
I'm sure he did certain cities in the US as well. I'm sure he did.
At Brooklyn, where you went to a cinema.
Yeah.
And Queens.
Yeah. Jamaica, Queens. Florida would have been...
Wherever there was gunshots. So what I'm saying is, we forget, but don't remember. And also, we can tell, Rick Chappelle and all those people, that's America's brand, innit? The star. That's their brand, innit? They're stars. They're large life characters.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed, especially as comedians, so for instance, when Seinfeld came down, all the comics came out to see it in Soho.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if Whitehall went to, I won't say Whitehall, McIntyre went to anywhere in America, I doubt niggas. I doubt niggas from the comedy center like, yo, McIntyre about to do a 5, y'all. I doubt we would hear that.
But there's some people they might do that for. They might do that for Izzard. They might do that for Billy Connolly. Yeah, exactly. Like those kind of guys that have.
Unfortunately, they might even do it for Gervais.
Oh, they would. They would. Yeah. They come out for Gervais.
Yeah. So, but when I was watching Seinfeld, like, I was just like, okay, being a comic is very depressing in a sense where you can't even enjoy the show. You're trying to figure out how you did your math. Let me see your homework. You know, let me see how you got to that punchline. Well, that's it, nigga. Really, you do the whole pull and reveal to this nigga.
I know you Seinfeld and all, but I wasn't impressed.
I was trying to. He did one joke. But you know what? What I got from him was he is cocky as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Like he was floating on air. Niggas, the guy literally said, I showed up, right?
Bruh, why wouldn't you be, bruh? Why wouldn't you be? Dude is worth like 800 million, bro.
Yeah, apparently, but go on.
I mean, at that point, what are you really joking about? What's funny to you? What's funny to you is how broke everyone else is, bro. Because, like, really and truly, if somebody tries to tell you, I didn't find that funny, you're going to look at them like, 800 mil, though. Like, I'm okay. Even if you don't find it fun, that's okay. You're not going to have the same journey as you would.
800 mil doesn't mean you're funny, though.
I know it doesn't mean that. But
800 mil, you've not diffused the point that maybe you told a joke that wasn't funny.
But you may just not care. That's my point.
So if Warren Beatty was like, blah, 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 that wasn't funny. 500 mil, though. Yo, I didn't question it. I just said that wasn't funny. Hey,
no, but you have to remember
when to a motherfucker like that.
when I say 800 mil, I'm talking about somebody who has been revered as one of the greatest stand-ups of all time, had the most successful comedy sitcom I think of all time. Is and on top of all
All
of that,
hype noise, bro. All hype noise. Oh, the most successful. That's all hype noise.
bruh, look here. If that's hype noise,
That's hype noise.
shout at me. Look, bro. They still syndicating that sitcom till today. You can't stop
Trash,
getting
man.
paid.
It's overrated.
I love it. I
It's much better
love
than
it,
Seinfeld. Curb.
bruh. I love
You watch
Seinfeld.
Curb?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the most recent ones, but when it was first running, in its first run, I was a religious Curb watcher.
Curb is much better than Seinfeld. But what I'm saying is, if every time you get into a bit of bother with a disagreement and you just throw 500 mil, then you can't question this person. You know?
But it's my point.
Oh, you can't say, oh, nigga, you stepped on my shoes. 500 mil though. Okay. Jeez.
But I'm saying, yeah, it doesn't make for a very pleasant person, but I understand how they get there.
Yo, you dropped the baby. Yeah, but 500 mil. Okay, but you know.
You're right. You're right. But I mean,
Responsible.
I would say the 30 seconds I spent around Seinfeld was one of the most uncomfortable 30 seconds
Oh,
of
you
my
met
life.
Seinfeld?
Yeah. When he came to the store, I was doing
Why
99
would you
Club.
want to meet him? That's my question. To be fair, you have your reasons in it, but I would never want to meet him.
I wanted to meet him. I wanted to get that picture. And in the course of taking it, he
You
just
still feel the same way now, though. Like you want to get a picture. Like if I saw Chappelle, I wouldn't want to get a picture.
yeah. I mean, probably I would.
Because I just know how they see it. Because we're comics.
Yeah.
You hate that shit. You know you do.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't actually mind taking
What I love
photos.
about rappers, I love all my fans. Can I get a picture of your dog, man? We chilling right now. Whoa. You love it.
No, I actually don't mind. I don't mind the photos because I don't get that many right now. I imagine that when you get like 600 every night, 600 requests every night, you're like, all right, relax.
Comics you've met.
Pardon?
Have you had a good experience with comics you've met? Kind of revered.
Yeah, Greer Barnes. Greer Barnes has been.
No. I mean like named ones. Like respect to Greer Barnes, but I mean you've met Paul Mooney, you've met Seinfeld. So I'm talking about those great names.
Okay.
Experience with any of them.
With those two you just mentioned, hell no, they were both.
Seinfeld one? Because I don't even know. I don't remember.
The Seinfeld one was just the fact that he was at the store. I heard about it because I was at the 99 Club. So I came over. I asked them man in the booth. I hadn't properly started playing the store at that time. I asked if I could go into the green room. Dude just looked at me like Simon. It was Simon. He just looked at me. It was just shook his head like I was like, don't even ask any stupid questions like that. So later on, I waited till the end of the show. I watched Seinfeld. Seinfeld came out, and he was kind of just stopped. It was him and George Wallace as well. And George Wallace was really nice, actually. I don't know if you count him as. I knew him though. I knew him I knew him, but
he was probably surprised. Nigga, you know me?
He took a picture with me that night, and it was all cool.
Everyone that night.
But I said, "Yo, can I ask Cypher for the picture?"
Oh, so you used George Wallace to get to the white man? You see how we get around?
Come on. No, it was not like that. They both killed it. They came out afterwards, and I wanted to get a picture with both of them. Seinfeld was obviously swamped by people. George Wallace was a little freer, so I took a picture with him. And then when people kind of dispersed away from Seinfeld, he was kind of looking to somebody to like get him out of there. I think that's what he was. He looked like he was like, "Where's this person that's supposed to like pick me up and get me out of here?" And so yeah, I just while he was still standing by himself, I just said, "Can I get a picture?" He's like, "Oh, go on." And just kind of like, I quickly got someone to take the photo. It was blurry. I didn't even care. I was just like, "Do you know what? Let's just be over with this. Let him be on his way," because it felt very, very uncomfortable.
Well, to be fair, then I think you got there too late.
Yeah. No, I don't begrudge him. That's what I said. Like, come on, man. You get to that point, you didn't taken that many photos. It's not going to be fun for you anymore. It's not really like it's anything for you. You're constantly just giving up your face, really, so someone else can tell a cool story.
The flip side is you didn't mind when I was giving you laughs, though, did you?
Yeah, but
When I
come
was
on, man.
seeing your balls, you weren't saying that. Now that you done nut in my face, you don't want to stroke it no more.
Oh, brother,
That's how I feel.
brother,
That's how I
what's
feel.
with these? What's
You know the
with these
maddest thing? The maddest
analogies?
thing, yeah. I'm not. You're not emotional like me. I don't think I'll be able to take that picture or go on there. Man, fuck you. You're lucky you didn't book me tonight.
Oh man!
To be fair, I had a bad experience with JJ Okocha, and ever since then, I said never again.
Wow.
Never again would I walk up to a celebrity or someone I revere or someone and be a groupie, basically.
Mad. Oh, when I met Rock, it was very very swift, but he was cool.
Who?
Chris Rock.
You know when I was in Montreal,
Yeah.
Stretch was in my lobby. I'm losing my shit. Not because of Stretch, because of his association with Tupac.
That's cold, man.
He had the Tupac tattoo on his forearm, but then I thought to myself, I can't ask to see a grown man, can I see your tattoos? That doesn't even sound right. So I just walked up to him and said, Stretch, I said much love, and he just dapped me up, and we walked off, and I walked off.
Okay, I mean, well, that's dope.
I was gonna whisper to his ear, "Going into that journey." But I don't take pictures or ask for. When I did a John Bishop, when I asked for a picture, but that was because everyone else had. I didn't want to be rude. Like all the other comics are taking pictures and posted it. Imagine me just saying, "Thanks for that, man. Peace." So, but on the norm, like when I did the show with Trevor Noah and that, I didn't ask for pictures, man, because for that reason, it's just like let them be who they be. I don't want insult in it.
Yeah.
And we've met, we've come across a lot of famous people in the line of work you do.
Yeah.
Around Frankie Boyle, like these motherfuckers were just normal people. Rude. This is me. Can you give me advice? Like, again, this is things you learn as you get older. I would never ask another comic for advice ever again. The best advice I've ever heard from a comedian is Eddie Murphy. And he said, don't listen to anybody. Have you heard that story, right?
Yeah, I have.
Where he said, Lenny, was it Lenny Bruce?
No.
No,
Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah.
It was like, he was one of his idols. He said, listen, man, I'm about to go on.
Yeah.
He does his act and goes, you're kind of dirty. I don't know if that's going to fly. And I know how that feels because it's soul crushing because it's someone whose opinion you value is just telling you your shit is trash. And then he said he sees him a year later, sees his palace in the toilet. This is after 2 movie deals and, this is, hey, who knew?
Exactly.
Who knew? So.
Exactly. No, I felt a bit some way when Lenny Henry told me that I need to organize my thoughts more. Because he was judging a competition that I was in.
What was he doing?
What, judging a competition?
Right, he had to judge. That's what his job was.
No, yeah, but I mean, like...
If you ask him that now, he'll be like this, I saw you perform?
100%. Yeah, he definitely didn't remember me. But like, he didn't say that in terms of why he was judging. I came up to him afterwards just to say, it was nice to meet you, man. Thank you for whatever. And then he was like, yeah, no, you got some good stuff, man, but you need to organize your thoughts more. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't actually come to you for advice, but
what did you come to?
Thank you. It was like after the event, everybody's just generally saying hello to each other and so on. I want to say hello to Lenny Henry, man. Man's been watching Lenny Henry for years. Let me say hello to the man. I just want to say hello. I just generally be a good sport about the fact that I didn't win at the competition and so on. So I was just, hanging around saying, hello to people. Man offered me the advice. Yeah, I was like, yo, organize my thoughts. Wow, okay. And to be honest, like, that same night, there was another lady. She used to work at the comedy cafe. She was there with me. She was like, hey, don't worry about that. Go the other way, man. Go fully you. Like, if you're all over the place, be all over the place. Do it well. So, I mean, you can take from that what you will, but I understand the place of not listening to anybody, but at the same time, some comedians are giving me great advice. Like Gina Brilliant, she got this from Chris Rock, and basically she said it to me, and I was like, yeah, I this resonates with me. Chris Rock told her the audience can smell bull. If you don't believe what you're saying, they can sense it. So if you're gonna go out there, whatever you say, you better believe it, right? So if you're gonna go up there and you're gonna do something that's a bit controversial or blah blah blah, you're more likely to get away with a joke or to get a better reaction from the joke if you genuinely back what you're saying. If you have any hesitation around it, you think there's something wrong with what you're saying, the crowd will smell it on you. I was like, that's fairly decent advice, man. Thank you very much. It's something to bear in mind when I'm performing. But on the other hand, I don't particularly, do much with Lenny Henry's advice. It's just, you have to filter it for yourself.
I mean, who's giving me good advice? Kojo gave me good advice.
What do you say?
To never go over your time. Always in the audience wanting more.
I respect that.
And that was good because there's nothing more destroying or soul destroying when you see a comic fighting for every laugh in the room. It's like my nigga, it's 3 ovations. Come on, dog, get the fuck off the stage. And then you see them when they get that big laugh, and now's the time.
Yeah,
he's into. My girl, yeah. Oh my god,
bruh, go now.
Like you're cutting to the break. And
bruh, that be hurting me so much.
A lot of people misunderstand about comedy as well. Is some people think going last means you're the best, or they say the best to last, bro. I want to go every time. I want to go in the first half. Every time I'm at the store, I want to do the first half because that's when the pussy's wet.
Wow, brother.
That's when the room is ripe. You understand? After when the girl first, when you bring the girl back first, that first round is a motherfucker. Because that's when the energy was there. That second one, y'all done lay down a bit, had a deep conversation, you try and rev it up again, it's just not the same, You still get through it, but it went like that first round. So what I'm saying is, when you get to the first half of a comedy show, have you ever been to a comedy show where the first half was so high? You see the comics in the back being, fucking, I want to go now, man. I need to go on right now. Because when you go to the break and you come back down, anything can happen. Someone throws up in the front. We got a delay cleaning up. Compares doing dead banter about vomit. I used to vomit when I was a kid. I just threw in like I should have gone to the I knew that first half was the one.
Wasn't I used to throw up as a kid?
Just my observations.
That's
For me, I love going on in the first half, blowing up first, and I like going on first as well. Really set this tone and put everybody under pressure. I love that shit.
But there's certain gigs where it really doesn't get going until towards the end, which is really sad. But especially on a Friday night where people have been working all day. They've basically been up since 6 a.m.
That's a lie. If your set is your set, that set should work whenever from the show starting, even if everybody's been in a bad mood, your set should be able to listen by the end of it.
Bro, but you're contradicting what you're saying now. Now you're saying you should just go on anywhere.
No. What I'm saying is people think going on last is some kind of level.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you should be able to go on anywhere. You should be comfortable going on first.
True. Yes, yeah. I agree. Apart from
closing, you should be, even if the whole night has been fire, when you go out to close, you can't be like, man, they were tired. Man, you weren't ready. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I've been to Manchester Comedy Store where how the comedy store in Manchester is.
Yeah. I
shit you not. One half of the room had decided we ain't laughing at shit tonight. I shit you not.
Oh, man.
I had a little meeting. This side, we ain't giving nothing. So I had to perform to the other side. I was throwing the jokes there. Occasionally I throw the joke over there, but when it comes back empty, like an echo. Hello. The other side again.
Oh, man.
There's nothing more soul destroying, yeah? They're throwing your punchline out to the room where they're not really laughing.
Bruh.
You start looking for that little energy. You know that girl that's overdoing it? You go to her, but she gets a bit too high, you're like, you know what?
Oh, man.
I know that joke ain't that funny.
Oh, man. For real, man. I mean, to be honest, whenever there's that one person that's enjoying your set a bit too much, It's weird. I get really weird. Like,
It's like, come on, man.
come on, man.
The worst one is, I think sometimes because I am, I like this thing of not letting the laugh land too much.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I get it.
But sometimes you got to let that person get over it because you're already starting to talk about the next thing, but they can't control the laughter because that last one was so funny.
Yeah.
And it kind of throws you, it throws the room.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I should have given that a bit more time. So
yeah.
Because my cousin came up to me and goes, Fumbi, space your shit, bro. But man was still enjoying one of the jokes and you're already on to the next topic. I was like, alright, jeez. You know?
Yeah.
I don't like people clapping. If I like, when I say, how about you tell your friends when or that bad. And nowadays I actually dread getting to that punchline. It's like I don't want the clap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like, come on, man. It's just
I have a weird relationship with that. When someone claps at certain points in my set, I almost want to. I do spend more time trying to get them to stop clapping because I'm like, hey, don't. I like when I say oh, I relish being a husband and a father, and people start clapping for that. I'm like, hey, don't clap for that, man.
What's like when I say my name's Fumbi, I'm gonna tell you, whoa.
What? What are you clapping for?
What's your name, Sarah? I don't fuck. It's just a name, So those things really make me just like whatever. But at the same time,
To anybody who's listening to this who's not a comedian, they must be like, oh, these guys are such douchebags. People are clapping for you and you're complaining. But you have to understand, it's not just like getting the clap is like the achievement. It's more like,
are you listening?
Yes, and you're managing people's emotions over the course of 20 minutes, right? And you need to get them to certain places in order to get the laughs out. So sometimes you need to make them hate you. Sometimes you need to make them worried. Sometimes you need to get them a bit anxious. Whatever it is, you need to be able to do. And when someone tries to disrupt that by being too positive or being too...
You're not giving me a rhythm here.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't need you to like me. And I feel like as a black comic, especially when you go in front of a majority white room, they desperately want to like you.
Yes, yeah.
I don't need your likes. I just need to find you funny.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when I was talking about race in front of John Bishop's crowd. Oh, look, you could hear a pin drop.
Of course.
I was like, but hey, I'm telling you now, man. Shout out to Edinburgh. Shout out to all the pubs with 6 people in the crowd. Shout out to the rooms where I walked in. I was like, how did I even get here? Shout out to those moments here because it prepared me for that big stage. Because a novice will panic. They're not laughing. One time, my agent said this to me. One of my agents, she was like to me, Bill Hicks, do you know why he was so good? I said, why? She goes, because he was comfortable in silence. You have to find a level to be comfortable in silence.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not funny. It just means they're listening.
And
so what you figure out is, where's the punchline? There's a punchline coming. So when they're listening, if you're a good orator like Dave Chappelle, there's moments in his set where you're hanging on ears. It's now skill sets. He punch. But I've been doing that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you listen and land a flipping atomic bomb on you.
Yeah.
Or not. There's still nuances. That time when he was talking about, kicking in the pussy, and the guy was like, would you like to stay for whatever? And he was like, oh no, for dinner. He was like, oh no, I'd rather go home and fry some bologna because white people don't know how to cook that bad. That's a pretty cool, funny jab. And then he goes, we're having oven baked or whatever.
Stovetop
thingy, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, hold on, nigga, let me make some calls. You know what I mean? Hold on, nigga, let me make some calls. That's comedy. That's comedy.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. But you can have people listening and still throw in a little personality, a little charisma, and it moves your story along. So when I was talking about race and talking about, we get John Barnes a lot, I knew where the punchlines are. I knew once I say, do you know what? Because when I say, they say we have to have these difficult conversations. Is racism bad? Yes. It's not that difficult after. People kind of like, okay, all right, so it's pretty straightforward. It was still quiet. I said, guys, do you know what a difficult conversation is? The whole crowd went mad because no one saw that coming.
Of course.
And that gives me the, whew, because that didn't hit, then I'll be like, okay, time to panic.
Bruh, you know them times where you lean into something because you expected it. You just got the laugh there every single time. You got a little snigger or something or whatever it is, and it doesn't come, bro. The way in which you have to Jedi mind trick your way through that bit like you're not rattled. Oh man.
On the weekend, I started really slow.
Okay.
And so I had to kind of chase the gig.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I was like downstairs at the King's Head.
So chase it. But the second show, which I was happy I did, because I hate doing a good show first, and in the second show, just two moments are wrong and it just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But no, you know what I do? Sometimes when I'm on that stage, I'm just like, you guys have been cool, man. Obviously, I've had better, but I feel like, you guys have got my standards tonight.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I did the same thing. On Saturday, I told them, do you know what? Yeah, I was better than you guys today. I was better than you.
Yeah.
In terms of...
I'm going to review this audience one time.
No, I've done that as well.
The audience.
Yeah. No, sometimes you need to do that, man, because it's just...
Play those mind games.
Yeah, that's... to be honest, the whole thing is a mind game. Making someone laugh is a mind game. Like, how do you have that much control over someone else's response?
Making someone laugh for money is a mind game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
We weren't playing mind games. We were all it's funny how, as kids, you're all trying to be funny. Everyone's trying to be funny. Poo-poo head. Everyone's just doing stupid stuff. Then you get to an age where someone is clearly funny and someone is not. You can actually say, yo, you're not funny. As a kid, if someone says to you, if your child says to another child, you're not funny, that's some deep shit.
Kids laugh at everything.
Standards already, nigga. That's some evil shit.
If a kid tells you that joke's a bit hack, man, you could do better than that.
No, you can't try your jokes in front of kids. Like 6, 7, 8-year-olds. They tell you exactly how they feel. I don't think I'm funny. Shut up. Hey, bedtime. You think that's funny? Bedtime. How about that? How about that?